Hello, NAAOP members and friends. Peter Thomas here in Washington, D.C. I'm General Counsel of the National Association for the Advancement of Orthotics and Prosthetics, NAAOP. And today I'm going to talk about the Insurance Fairness for Amputees Act. This is a bill that was introduced last year in the Senate on a bipartisan basis. S773 is the bill's number in the Senate. And it's only been recently introduced in the House. The House bill is H.R. 4175. That stands for House Resolution 4175. It's named the same thing. The bill's name is the same, Insurance Fairness for Amputees Act. And it, again, is bipartisan legislation. It was introduced by Congressman Dent, a Republican from Pennsylvania, and Congressman Rob Andrews, a Democrat from New Jersey. It's important legislation, and we encourage you to do all you can to support it and to try to get co-sponsors in the House to join on to this bill. We'd like to pass it as soon as possible. The Amputee Coalition was instrumental in getting this legislation introduced. The AOPA was very important to introduction of this bill as well, and many other organizations, including NAAOP, supports this legislation and encourages you to take action to make sure that it gets passed. The Insurance Fairness for Amputees Act accomplishes a few things that are very important for amputee consumers and other consumers of O&P care, as well as practitioners who provide that care. Some might argue whether it's necessary in light of health reform, which embodied in the Affordable Care Act, which creates an essential benefits package which covers rehabilitative and habilitative services and devices. Of course, there's no guarantee that orthotic and prosthetic care is included in that term, which is in the statute, and the states will have a fair amount of discretion to decide what is in the benefit packages that they select in the state level. And that's why it's so important to bolster coverage of orthotic and prosthetic care with this legislation. This bill, whether or not it passes as a freestanding bill, this legislation allows the O&P community to come together to rally around this legislation to make coverage of O&P a real issue and to promote that so that we send a strong signal to Congress, to the Department of Health and Human Services as they regulate health reform, and to states that select benchmark benefit plans scheduled to go into effect in 2014, that orthotic and prosthetic care is critical and needs to be covered. Not only in privately insured, fully insured products, but also in self-insured plans as well. And that's what this bill does. So we encourage you to go to the NAAOP website at www.naaop.com and click on the Legislative Action Network or Action Center and send a signal, send us a message to your congressman and two senators asking that they pass this bill and become co-sponsors of the legislation. Again, S773 in the Senate and H.R. 4175 in the House. We also hope to see you at the policy forum for the Orthotic and Prosthetic Policy Forum scheduled in April, and we very much look forward to hoping to pass these bills this year. Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to our next webcast next month. Thanks.